Hi, this is Ike from IkesOutdoors.com. Today we're going to talk a little bit about form. I was going to do a video this week about tuning my bow a little bit, do some walk-back tuning and stuff like that, but it's about 9 degrees outside now, so I'm going to wait till it warms up a little bit, and then we'll do some walk-back tuning and broadhead tuning and finish out our 3D bow. So what I'm going to talk about today is form. Form is the most crucial part of archery. You can have all the high-dollar equipment that you want. I've got big long stabilizers and scopes and all kinds of different releases and thumb releases, back tension releases, all this different kind of stuff that really doesn't amount to anything if you don't have good form. And so what I've done is I've got a little indoor range here. It's just down in my basement. You can see the stone walls and stuff like that. So if you guys are wondering if I'm filming in a dungeon, no, I'm filming in my basement. But I've got about a 10-yard range here, and I just come down here and tune bows and fletch arrows and do stuff like that and work on my form. And, last night I got the bright idea to videotape myself and use some of our editing software that we have to play it back in slow motion. Well, I found out that I have some problems, that I've got some form issues. So I'm going to start working on those over the next couple weeks, the next couple months. And one of the things one of the problems that I have is I'm actually punching the trigger. So I want to talk about a little bit about that tonight, and then tomorrow we'll move on to over the next couple of days we'll move on to my other form issues. What I've done is I videotaped myself, and I found my form issues and I wrote them down. So I've got 3 major form issues that I think I can overcome, and I'm going to start working on those. One is I've got an improper grip on my bow. Actually, I've got a good grip, but I'm anticipating a shot and I'm clutching my bow at the last second. So the next thing I'm doing is I'm not keeping my bow arm and my release arm straight when I shoot the low targets. You should have a nice straight line right across here, right to your elbow. And what I'm doing is instead of bending at the waist and keeping that nice straight line, I'm actually dropping my arm and dropping that line down. So that's one form issue I've got to work on. That's simple. I've just got to make myself bend at the waist. So, but the form issue we're going to talk about today mainly is punching the trigger. I developed this habit. It's probably been about 5 years ago, and I've tried all kinds of different stuff to beat it, and I've yet to be able to do it effectively, apparently, because I'm still doing it. What happened was about 5 or 6 years ago, we were at a 3D shoot, and I was using an old style release, and I had my finger on the trigger, and when I pulled the bow back, I was pulling more poundage than I should. I went to pull the bow back and I had it up high and I hit the trigger and I released the arrow at a 3D shoot with a lot of people around, and it really scared me. I really was afraid that I was going to hurt somebody, and it developed into a target panic. It started that day really, really bad. I lost 4 or 5 arrows that day before I finally quit, but it developed into a really bad habit, and one that I so far have not been able to beat. So I want to talk about the proper way, what your release should look like when you do it, and then over the next couple of weeks we'll talk about the things that I'm doing to try to beat that. One of the things I'm doing is I'm using this little exercise right here, and I'm going to show you real quick how your release should look. And this little deal here is just a piece of string. I've got one end wrapped around my thumb, and I've got the other end hooked to my release, and just kind of simulates me being at full draw. So you get you a piece of string, hook your release up to it, wrap it around your thumb, get you a bungee cord, do whatever. Get the full draw and settle in just like you would. Just settle in like you had your bow at full draw. And I'm going to show you how it should look. What I'm doing is I'm actually bringing my finger around from behind, and then when I get up here, instead of squeezing that thing, I'm bringing my finger down and I'm punching it. It's in one quick motion. What you should be doing is when you come to full draw and you get settled in and you got your finger on the trigger, it should be one nice fluid motion, and you should not be able to anticipate when that bow goes off. Just like that. And this is something you can do to practice that. One other thing that you can do to practice this is you can get a partner to come down and actually push your trigger for you. What that's going to do is it's going to show you how that bow is supposed to feel, how surprised how that release is supposed to surprise you. So I'm going to get my wife down here and I'm going to actually have her push my trigger for me. And when you do this, guys, if you do it, have a good big backstop, get settled in, have a good partner that you trust, and be safe and be careful when you do this. And just follow the steps that I give you, and it'll show you, it'll simulate the surprise that you should feel whenever you do a proper release, whenever you squeeze it properly. To simulate the surprise that you should feel at a release, there's a way of doing it if you can get somebody else to help you. Now be careful with this, be safe, and communicate well with your partner, and this will show you how it should feel when you use your release properly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my bow back, and once I get settled in, I'm going to keep my hand behind the trigger, and my wife's going to come up and she's actually going to push the trigger for me, and it's going to show me how that should feel. And I'll just say okay when I get settled in, and then she'll just start squeezing the trigger for me. Okay? And that was a complete utter surprise to me, and you could see how my arms came back, and you could probably see my face because it really shocked me. So that's what you should feel if you've got a nice, smooth, fluid release and you're not anticipating it. Okay, so you can see there, you can see how surprised I was when that went off, and it really did. It made my heart jump and really surprised me. So that's one thing you can do to simulate how it's supposed to feel. You can get you something like this and you can work on it, but you can just keep it in the back of your mind. What I do when I'm working on this is I settle in and I'll just come to full draw, and I'll sit there and I'll think squeeze, 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 and I'm not worried about anything else. I'm just sitting there going squeeze, squeeze in my mind until I get that thing to go off. And I just punch the trigger again. So get you a piece of string like this and a bungee cord and try it out. One other thing you can do, and it's another thing, is you want to be real careful and be real safe with. If you've got a big backstop, or if you've got a local range that's got a big backstop, you can do what they call blind bail shooting, and it's something that I'm going to be doing over the next couple weeks. With it, you got the big huge backstop, you come to full draw and you close your eyes and you concentrate on your form. You don't really care where that bow is pointed, you don't care where you're actually hitting. You come to full draw and you just worry about your form. You worry about your bow arm, your grip being properly, you worry about squeezing your trigger, and then whenever it all works, your bow will go off. So you can try that blind bail shooting to help you with some form. We appreciate you watching this, and we appreciate some feedback on it. And if any of you guys got any suggestions to help, I really would appreciate it, because this is something I've dealt with over the past couple of weeks or a couple of years. And I'm trying to offer a look at the struggles that I'm taking. I'm not trying to say I'm a coach or this is what you should be doing. This is basically just a look at the form issues that I'm having and how I'm trying to overcome them. So if any of you guys got some suggestions, I would really appreciate hearing from you. And I have tried a back tension release, and I learned how to cheat it. I got one that I tried 3 different models, and I learned how to cheat them all. So back tension really doesn't work for me. So if any of you guys got suggestions, or if any guys got any questions, please visit ikesoutdoors.com, hit the contact us page, or comment on this video, and see if you can help me out. Hopefully over the next couple weeks I can beat this habit. So appreciate you watching. Be sure to visit our website, ikesoutdoors.com. In our next video, we're going to be talking about the grip.
I like good times, good wine, good smoke, and a 5-piece bed. And I can't